Well, one story emerging from this morning's 9/11 commemoration in New York actually has to do with Hillary Clinton. Now, this is video of her leaving the event early. It appears to show Clinton being propped up before stumbling while being assisted into her vehicle. Clinton's spokesman says the Democratic candidate left because she, quote, overheated. Now, Clinton later emerged smiling from her daughter's home, but refused to talk about what happened. Well, Daniel Lippman is a reporter with Politico and the co-author of the daily newsletter Politico Playbook. He joins us now from Washington, D.C. with his thoughts on how the day unfolded and what role Hillary's health has played in the campaign. So, Daniel, thanks for joining us today. You know, this happened this morning, and as it was happening, I thought to myself, wow, this is going to affect the campaign.
Yeah, it definitely is. It might not be the biggest event, this fall, because there's going to be the debates, and the news cycle happens so quickly in the U.S. that, in a couple days, we'll probably be talking about something else. And I think there are bigger issues in the election than Hillary's health, given that her own doctor wrote a two-page letter, a while back saying that Hillary was in fine physical condition. But if these start happening, every week there's a fainting episode, that will raise real red flags among American voters.
Well, it's interesting, though, because, of course, in the background, and in some ways essentially inflamed by Donald Trump himself, the suggestion that Hillary Clinton has health issues is going to emerge out of this, is it not?
Yeah, I think Democrats think that this is another of the conspiracy theories involving the Clintons, that the hard right are, propping up to raise questions about Hillary that are not legitimate. And that, there are even questions of sexism, whether people, don't like Hillary and are raising questions about her health because they don't like that she's a woman running for president. But I think, that's a real question that, hurdle that Hillary will have to get over. And, she must pray that there's going to be no more overheating, as they say, in the next couple months of the election.
Well, remind us what Donald Trump has actually said about Hillary Clinton's health.
He is, said she doesn't look presidential, that, she doesn't have the stamina to be president, and, that she, he raised questions about his, Hillary had a previous health episode, kind of a concussion a couple of years ago when she was Secretary of the State, where she had to take a couple of weeks off. And so that is, one thing that, Donald Trump has said.
Now, it's also interesting to note the terminology, because it seems that different media outlets in the United States are stumbling as to how to describe this. Los Angeles Times said that she felt unwell. Fox News, quoting a witness, described it as a medical episode, her campaign chalking it up to overheating. What do you make about the choice of word and the struggle to actually find a consistent word to describe what happened?
Yeah, it's, that was not the Clinton campaign's finest hour this morning, because they left the public in the dark for an hour or two about what was going on, or where even Hillary was. There's a pool of reporters that travel with Hillary and Donald Trump at all times, and they didn't let the pool go with Hillary to from 9/11 memorial site to Chelsea's apartment.
Well, let me jump in there, actually, because we're losing time. But I do want to play a bit of video here. And this is Hillary Clinton leaving Chelsea's apartment. Let's listen to what she had to say, not have to say.
Okay.
How are you feeling, Secretary Clinton?
Great. Great.
What happened? Just a second. Give us a little statement.
It's a beautiful day in New York.
So a beautiful day in New York is how she responds. What do you think of that response? It doesn't seem to be a response that will put this questions to bed.
Yeah, she's not explaining what happened, and very few other people at the 9/11 memorial site overheated and had to leave. And so, what exactly happened? I think that's going to be a real question. And her health, she has to address questions of that. I think the Clinton campaign will probably bring up the letter that Donald Trump's doctor wrote about his own health, which was only 4 paragraphs long and was written during 5 minutes in the limo ride from Trump's doctor to Trump's campaign site. And so both candidates are also, 68 or 70 years old. And, the normal retirement age in America is 60 years old. And they're taking on the biggest job in the world, and they are senior citizens.
Well, we'll have to see how health continues to play, perhaps not play in the campaign ahead. Daniel, thank you for this.
Thank you.
And Daniel Lippman is a reporter with Politico and the co-author of the daily newsletter Politico Playbook.